wanted it moved.
Oh, you do?
I don't want this to count, because I should have
Okay,
told you.
here, I thought you said you wanted it.
No, I want it, yeah, I should have thought of moving. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. I have 2 brothers. No matter how old we get, they still love to tease me. Recently, my younger brother, not the brother that killed Skyrocket, but my younger brother, said, "Oh no, here she comes with another one of her causes. You're always thinking you can change the world." And I said, hey, the world's going to change anyway. It's always changing. But if I can be one little tiny grain of sand on that beach that affects a title of positive change, well then I'm guilty of charge. I think we can change the world. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. On September 7th and 8th of this year, I'll go to Santa Barbara, California, and participate in the 2013 Avon Walk for Breast Cancer. It'll be my 3rd year. In 2 days, I'll walk 39.3 miles. That's a marathon one day, 26.2, and the second day I'll walk 13.1. I will show up having raised the minimum of $1,800 in donations, and if I don't collect that much, I pay the rest out of my pocket, and I've signed a contract to do that. Which begs the question, why would anyone do this? I'm asked that frequently. I do it for 2 reasons. I do it for everybody, and I do it for me. I do it for everybody because we don't know what causes breast cancer, and we don't know how to cure it. What we do know is about 250,000 people in the next 12 months, will be diagnosed with breast cancer and undergo, as we know, horrific treatment. 2,000 of those will be men. 40,000 of them within the same time period will lose their lives. They'll die. And 400 of those will be men. So I walk for them. I walk because since 2003, the annual Avon Walk for Breast Cancer, which takes place in about 9 cities around the country, has raised over $470 million and provided funding for over 2,300 research grants, and provided free mammograms to underprivileged women. So I walk for that. I walk because everyone I know has been impacted by breast cancer, either themselves or someone they love, and everyone I know wants to see it put to an end, and everyone I know wants to do something about it. And my fellow walkers and I provide you that opportunity by asking you to contribute to our campaigns. So that's what I do for everybody. What about me? What's in it for me? Why do I do it? Because it's great. It's great. It's so much fun. The last 2 years of the walk have been among, without a doubt, 2 of the most amazing experiences in my life. It's fun. We join teams. The girls are fun. And one of the efforts we make as part of the walk is to educate the public. And we try to help desensitize the public to the taboo around our body parts. Appropriately, our culture is pretty private about these body parts. But if we don't pay enough attention to them, they'll kill us. So we push self-examination and mammograms and try to make people more comfortable with that prospect. One of the ways that's done at the walk is a kind of tongue-in-cheek irreverence about these body parts. Team names are very funny. Our team name is very mild. It's Go for Bust. Last year there was a team called Breast Friends. There was a team that dressed up as ballerinas, and they were tatas for tutus. Tatas. And my favorite was a team that wore cowboy hats and had pop guns, and they were booby bandits. You don't have to walk 39.3 miles. It's optional. You can walk as far as you want. But my training partner, Susan, and I commit to it. We've done it both years. We'll do it again this year. We start training in March, and we train through cold weather and rain and wind and hot weather and scorchingly hot weather. We train through blisters and shin splints and heat rash and sunburn and nausea. And in September, we'll show up in Santa Barbara with our hearts full and feeling every bit the jocks that by then we will be. We feel like hot stuff, because we are. On the morning of day 1, we'll arrive at the opening ceremonies at 6:15. In the dark, there'll be rock music blasting. the minute you walk into the arena, there's almost a palpable spirituality. The union of purpose of 2,500 people is an indescribable camaraderie. About 6:45, just as the sun is coming up over the beach, we'll head out en masse. Just a huge sea of pink hats, pink everywhere. There are volunteer teams that support us with water and Gatorade and first aid and porta potties. They dress up funny too. My very favorite support crew, 2 years in a row, is a group of these humongous, enormous biker guys. And they paint their beards pink. I don't know how they do that. And they take their big hogs and park them at a corner and crank up the music and go out and direct traffic for us as we cross so that we don't get mowed down. And they wear neon-colored vests, and on the back of their vest it says, "Scooters for Hooters." The public comes out to cheer us on with miles and miles of high fives, and cheers and songs and sometimes little dances, and cold water and lemonade stands and scarves dipped in ice, and pink balloon archways over neighborhood streets, and they honk their horns and they thank us for 26.2 miles. They thank us. And it's great. It's amazing. At the end of the first day, we go to base camp. We have the golden opportunity to sleep in a pink Avon Cup tent on the ground with some stranger, and we can also shower with a bunch of strangers in a big truck. I never do that. I go to a hotel and I soak in the jacuzzi for hours. That's great. On the morning of day 2, you get up kind of feeling like you've been hit by a truck, but you head out with all the others, and we're more jubilant the second day than the first. That's a long day, that 13.1 miles, but we're met with more rock music as we enter the camp. And the closing ceremony is beyond description. It's punctuated by a parade of survivors and thousands of women who have stared breast cancer in the face and beat it, will march through the arena. There's not a dry eye in the house as we cheer them. But sadly, we know that for the rest of their lives, they'll continue to look over their shoulders, hoping that that monster's not going to return. We'll learn that we will have raised probably about $7 million that weekend, us alone. That's what it's been like the last 2 years. We'll learn that cancer survival rates have improved immensely. Detection's better, treatment's better. We're living longer. We'll learn that we are changing the world, but we're not done. If our daughters and our granddaughters and their daughters are going to be free of the cloud of terror that we all live under right now, there's more to be done. There's more changing to be done. Join us. Contribute, please, to the walk. Contribute to my campaign. Tom's going to pass out some little cards. On the back of the card is a real cute picture of our 2012 team. On the front of the card is my email address. Shoot me a quick email. I'll shoot one right back with a little pink link on it. It'll take you right to my campaign site. No donation is too small. It'll take you a half a second. A tax receipt will bounce right out for you, and I urge you to dedicate your donation if you'd like to someone who survived breast cancer, who's fighting it now, who has not survived. My team will be very proud to carry their names on the back of our shirts, and they'll walk with us on Walk Weekend. We can change the world. We must change this part of the world. Join me, won't you please? Contribute to my campaign. I'm not asking for me. I'm not asking for me. It's not for me. It's for everybody. Mr. Chestnut. Madam President.